Here we go on step 2. So we now have that, which we call a sketch. So it shows up right over here as sketch. If you ever have to come back here and change it, you can double click on sketch and you're back to here. And again, if I hit N, it normalizes it so I'm looking at it straight on, or you can come over here and hit front or any of these arrows. Okay, but we are done with that. So this, let's see if we can look at it from that perspective. Nope. Let's look at it from over here. All right. So now we're going to do an extrude. So this little button right here, extrude, it's going to say, hey, what would you like to extrude? Well, I'd like to extrude this. And then where would you like to go? So I can grab this and go and extrude this in one direction, but I'd rather go in two. So instead of being blind, we're going to go symmetric. I know the top of mine is, I believe it's 9 or 10 inches wide, so I'm going to just press 9 here, hit enter, and check out of that. All right, and all of a sudden I've got a part. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to right click and rename it. If you're on your laptop, it's going to be a control click, and I'm going to call this top. Hit enter. So I now have a part that's called top. Now in doing so, my sketch just got turned off. I'm going to come over here and hit the little eye so that I can see that sketch. I'm also kind of annoyed by some of these planes, so I think I'm just going to hit the letter P rather, and turn off those planes. Alright, so that's that. Let's do some legs. So I'm going to do an extrude here, and I'm going to grab, I'm going to have to swing myself around because I want not just that, but I also want the top, and I also want this piece, and I want that piece. Now we're not going to be adding it, we want to make a new part. So we're going to hit new, and they're going to be different colors, and you're going to see part 2 and part 3, so we'll have a left leg and a right leg. Alright, where do we want to go? I'm going to say we want to go not blind, but to up to next, okay? Or up the vertex. So I'll just say up the vertex, and I'll pick that point there. And then I want a second end position because that's just pulling it to the front. And my second end position will be up the vertex, and we will pick that little point there. And that will get us something that looks like that. Green check, good to go. Before I forget, when I click this, right click and rename it as right leg. By the way, I'm kind of making sure that I'm looking at the front, so yes, that is the right. Check. And unselect that. Come on, unselect that. There we go. Rename this one, we'll call this one left leg. Okay. So there we are. We've got 2 legs. Now let's do a little orientation of the legs. So if I'm looking at the legs now, they need to be cut. So let's see how fast we can run through this. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to re-highlight the right plane, select the right plane, and start making a sketch on the right plane. Okay, so I'm now in a sketch. It says sketch here, this is highlighted blue. I got these legs here. I'm going to turn the right leg off so that it's not in the way of me seeing this plane, which is coming right down the middle. So I'm going to come over here to right leg, hit the eye on it, and that will turn it off. Okay, still in the sketch, so I'm going to hit N for normal, or you can hit the little box over here to see that you're on the right. I'm now going to use this tool called the Use tool, and I would like to use this edge. Actually, I'd like to use everything here, so I'm just going to select that. Now, you don't see it, but if you tweak this a little bit, we just made these lines here, 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 and here based off of that leg. Okay? So now I can turn that leg off, hit N for normal, get myself back to oriented in this position. I'm going to hit L for line, and I'm going to go from here up to somewhere up here. Okay? And let's see if we've got a line in the middle, and we do. So we can do a little mirror. So we'll mirror, about that line, that guy right there. Okay? And then we're going to hit D for dimension, and again, trying to keep things simple. Everything's like 8 degrees, so we'll dimension this at 8 degrees. Right? All right, while we're here, let's make ourselves a little arch down here, or a circle. So I'm going to do a 3-point arch. So I'm going to go from here to here, and however you want this to look, okay? All right, so in doing so, like I need that to be centered in some form or fashion. So an easy way to do that is just grab a line, grab a construction tool, and go from here to the middle of this line. Okay? Now, if we make this vertical, it's going to grab this point here and swing it to the right. And when it swings it to the right, it's going to land right there. And now I know that's centered. If I wanted to go up or down, that'll sort of pump that arch up and down. All right, end of that story. So we've got those two sets. Get out of that, zoom out, reorient myself, and turn my legs back on, and we're going to make an extruded cut. So we go up to extrude. I want to remove material. The thing that I want to use as a guide is going to be that piece there, that guy there, and that guy there. Here again, I'm using my right mouse button to orbit around. You're going to use 2 fingers on your trackpad to get yourself oriented around. So in that direction, I want to remove material. How far do you want to go? I want to go through everything. What do I want to merge with? I want to merge with anything you hit. So anything you hit, I'd like you to take it out, and you can see what just happened. Now I want to do that to the right leg too, so I'm going to do a second end position and just repeat it. What do I want to go through? I want to go through everything and then hit check. And when I do that, my legs just got chopped off. So I took that pattern and I gave myself an angled cut. Okay? All right, so that'll